I have no idea what audio I'm using on YouTube. Is my audio on YouTube even working? Because I didn't check and I may have screwed it up. Let me know. Hold on. TikTok. You can hear me. Okay, that's good. Now, of course, Discord isn't showing my video. Come on, Discord. What the hell? Did my camera go dark? Maybe. Ah, 1 second here. Nope, camera's live. All right, let me check my camera on Discord. Hang on. Hi. Now Discord's being difficult again, of course. Big surprise. Big surprise on that one. Okay, that picture works. Let's try the phone one more time. Phone one more time. Sorry, I'm trying to get Discord set up now. You guys, you know how this is. It always is a bit of a joy. There we go. Now the phone. Okay, but now you can hear. Okay, good. It was being, I know the video was being weird too on Discord. Okay, Discord is back. And TikTok, you can hear me. That's a shock. All right. Not TikTok, YouTube. Sorry. Okay, TikTok going live. All right. We're pretty good today, actually. Shockingly. Wasn't convinced this was working, but all right. Boom. And boom. Excellent. Woo. And now TikTok's rolling. Good. Good. All right. All right. Yep, Ariel, you may move over to TikTok if you like. All right. Sorry, I'm kind of moving this a little bit here. Hey, TikTokers. Trying to, oh, it is hiding you. Okay, it's hiding you guys a little bit there. All right. Okay, hang on. There we go. I think I'm pretty good here. All right. All right, we are pretty good. All right. Pretty good here. Woo! Hey, Big Hawk. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, everybody. Welcome, TikTokers, YouTubers, Discordians. I am John Aravosis. We are going to have a new show. We're going to talk about, I'll start talking about TikTok again, of course. And then, actually, 1 second. Let me look at something here. One moment. I'm wondering. I was going to say, I checked. I didn't look at the news for the last like half hour. Well, the Biden thing is complicated. I will talk about it in 1 second. I just want to do like one last look at the news to make sure nothing happened in TikTok in the last. God damn it! I hate when it does this. I did not ask for TikTok's website. All right, here we go. Yeah, Supreme Court could issue the ruling Friday. We know that. Jeez, how funny. People are out of their minds. Yep. Okay. Yep. There's no news. Okay, I didn't think so. So welcome, guys. Let's talk about TikTok. Then we'll get into Ukraine, etc. No Instagram because Gunther, we had like 5 people at a time yesterday. It's not worth it. So literally 5 people. No, I'm not doing that. It was way too hard to have the other screen for that few people. Good mic is not plugged in. You are correct, Manda. Let's try. All right, good mic. Now we got the good mic plugged in for TikTok. Anyway, what do you do? Hey, Rosa. So let's start talking about TikTok, and then we'll get to Ukraine and the other news. So TikTok. Thank you, Ibriano. Thank you, Rosa. Things are in turmoil with TikTok and the ban. As you know, TikTok is going to be banned on Sunday. TikTok themselves seem to be suggesting that they are going to shut down entirely in America, banned in America, I should say. They're going to shut down entirely on Sunday is what it looks like. Thank you, Sarah Lynn, even though they are not required to. TikTok, basically the app is required to be banned from the App Store, from Google's and Apple's App Store. Thank you, Tarad. Appreciate the gift. Fire. And TikTok is going the extra step, reportedly. Thank you, John. TikTok is considering just shutting everything down in America. I think probably doing it to be a little bit in your face, to basically piss people off so people will then contact members of Congress. What happened now in the last night? So TikTok is supposed to get shut down on Sunday. Lots happened in the last 24 hours since I did this show. It is still up for grabs. Literally every few hours, the news goes from yay to, oh my God, bad to yay. It's back and forth. We moved a little away from the yay and a little more to the ugh in the last couple hours. So last night, we got the news that President Biden is looking to save TikTok, at least temporarily, that Biden is looking to postpone the ban pending Donald Trump's administration. Very interesting. actually. Um, I'm kind of intrigued by this because Biden, okay, everyone supported the ban. I mean, I will say this: Republicans are doing a very good job of presenting this as though, Democrats and Biden are trying to kill TikTok. Everyone wanted to kill TikTok. Republicans, Democrats. Donald Trump, by the way, people don't remember this. Trump tried 3 times to ban TikTok when he was president. 3 different times Trump tried to ban TikTok. Everyone wanted to ban TikTok. Not you and me, but everyone else, right? Well, fast forward. Several months ago, Donald Trump has a meeting with a rich Republican donor who is an investor in ByteDance, TikTok's parent company. Trump comes out of that private secret meeting with the donor, and suddenly he loves TikTok. You can figure out what happened in that private meeting with the rich guy and Trump that made him change his mind. I don't know. Thank you, Daniel. Bottom line is Trump is now supportive. Biden was not supportive. Biden was still supporting the ban. Democrats and Republicans across the board were supporting the ban. They passed the ban in Congress. It was overwhelmingly popular, the ban in Congress. Thank you, Tabitha. Fast forward to now. Trump says he wants to save TikTok because a lot of TikTokers voted for him. Yeah, that's probably part of the reason. Part of the reason, too, is because a rich billionaire met with Trump privately and made some promise. But again, I don't really care. I'd like TikTok to be saved. I don't quite care how it gets saved. Thank you, Jean-Marquis. Where things go right now, Biden last night. So a story comes out last night, NBC, that a Biden official says TikTok will not be banned on Sunday. And we were all like, whoo, that's good. Biden's going to find a way to at least temporarily save it. Well, but when you read the article, it's not clear how. I've got the law. I literally have the TikTok law ban in front of me. I am a lawyer. I read it a few days ago. And in the law, the only thing that can save TikTok is the president certifying that the sale of TikTok is basically being negotiated and has proceeded to a significant degree, meaning there's a real significant negotiation going on, right? Oh, the audio disappeared. All right, hold on. Audio disappeared on TikTok. Let me unplug and replug again. All right, sorry. TikTok, is it doing it now? Well, I did it because I unplugged. Is it okay now? Yes. Okay, that was weird. So the only thing in the TikTok ban that the president can do, from my reading of the law, and also just you can read up on it. People agree with me on this. The law says the president can delay the ban up to 90 days if he certifies to Congress that there's a negotiation going on to sell TikTok, and it's an advanced negotiation. There's legal documents, all sorts of things, right? That is not happening from what we know. We do know Mr. Beast, this internet celebrity guy, has offered to buy TikTok. That's all we know. We know that another billionaire working with Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, has also offered like 20 billion or something as a starting bid for TikTok. We don't. TikTok has said, or the Chinese have said they're not interested in selling TikTok. In any case, my point here is, under the law, there isn't a lot Trump or Biden can do other than certify TikTok is in the process of being sold, and then the ban can be delayed 90 days. But that's not happening. TikTok is not in the process of being sold. Thank you, Succeed. So it's not really clear to me what Biden or Trump can do. Nonetheless, Biden's people said he's trying to find a way to delay things to at least, thank you, Cracker, thank you, Addie, thank you, Succeed, for the gifts, to at least give Trump a chance to work on it. Now, this is very interesting. I think 2 things are going on here with Biden. One, I think Democrats are getting worried that Republicans have managed to spin this as though Biden is killing TikTok, when actually Biden and Trump both got this bill passed, basically, as did all Democrats, pretty much every Democrat and every Republican got this bill passed. But it's starting to spin as though it's happening under Biden, right? So Democrats are getting worried. Secondly, I think the Trump people asked the Biden people privately and said, look, we want a chance to kind of work on this. It's happening one day before we take over because the ban happens on Sunday. Trump becomes president on Monday. I think the Trump people said to the Biden people, look, can you postpone this ban a day or two or whatever so that we have time to look at it? And in a normal transfer of power, that would not be a crazy thing to ask. Thank you, Nauseous. Thank you, Larissa. Now, with Trump to Biden, it's a little weird because Trump and Biden, obviously, boom, right? Typically, Trump asking Biden to do something, Biden would say, screw you. But Biden, I will say this. I think Biden being a very traditional man in terms of US politics. Thank you, Randy Fred. I suspect Trump's people saying to him, look, please don't do something this drastic. Not that Biden's doing it, but please don't let something this drastic happen one day before we get in when we may want to change it. And knowing Biden being a much more traditional politician, there is a certain courtesy you offer to the people that are coming in after you, as far as the presidency. And I'm just telling you, as somebody who's lived in Washington for 40 years, I would not be surprised if Trump asked Biden to hold off on the TikTok thing. If he could basically not, make sure TikTok isn't banned so that Trump could deal with it. I think Biden would say, okay. So that's part of what's going on, but also part of what's going on is the issue is making Democrats look bad because Biden's president. So people are perceiving it as Democrats are doing this when it was Republicans and Democrats both who did this. All right. So the other issue going on. So Biden's people are saying we're not going to ban it. Trump's people are saying in the news today that they're looking at doing some kind of executive order to save TikTok as well. The problem is Trump is facing the same law that Biden's facing. Under the law, the president can delay the ban up to 90 days if he can certify that there is a deal being worked out. Well, it's not clear there's any deal being worked out to sell TikTok at all. So it's not clear that legally Trump or Biden have any wiggle room to do anything. Second of all, thank you, Lorna. Thank you, Christina. For Trump, there's an issue because the legislation says you can extend the initial period of time before the ban kicks in by 90 days. Okay. So the initial period was 270 days after the law was passed. TikTok had 270 days to be sold, and then the ban kicks in. Okay. The law says that the president can extend that initial period of 270 days by 90 days before the ban kicks in. So in other words, instead of the ban kicking in 270 days, which is Sunday, there's another 90 days that we wait until the ban kicks in. The problem is once Trump becomes president, you can't extend the 270 days because the 270 days are over. The ban's already in place. So it's not clear Trump has any power under the legislation to do anything. So this is the first problem. Second problem, I saw somebody on TikTok just asked, what about Trump refusing to enforce the law? In other words, telling Google and Apple, we're not going to fine you. Under the law, Google and Apple will face billions of dollars of fines if they let the TikTok app stay in their app stores. Trump could say, don't you worry, we're not going to enforce the law, TikTok and Google, Google and Apple and TikTok too. So TikTok, you keep running. Google and Apple, you keep that app in the store. Don't worry about it. Here's the problem. And again, I'm a lawyer, but I've also worked in politics for a long time. Thank you, Bjorn. If I'm a lawyer advising Google and Apple, here's the problem with Trump promising not to enforce. I would tell them, okay, that's great. Trump is promising not to enforce the law, but you are still accruing billions of dollars of damages and fines. Trump is saying he's not going to come after you for them, but you are accruing them. You are earning those fines. If Trump changes his mind, you're screwed, right? Trump cannot get rid of those fines. Trump can just say, yeah, those fines are collecting, but I'm never going to collect on them. What if Trump changes his mind? What if Trump gets pissed off in 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years at Google or Apple? Trump's been known to do that, right? Trump's been known to go from I love you to I hate you a lot, right? Look at Trump's cabinet, right? A lot of Trump's top officials. He loved and then he hated them. If you're Google and Apple, you can't afford to simply say, well, okay, Trump promised he won't enforce the ban, so we're not going to worry about the billions of dollars in fines. Thank you, Cheryl. If you're Google and Apple, you want something, in writing that is legally defensible that says Trump cannot come after you for billions of dollars in fines. Here's the other problem. Trump promises, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to come after you for the fines. What if Trump dies in office? What if Trump gets sick and resigns in office? What if Trump, in 4 years, Trump can't run again for president? Somebody else wins the presidency, and the new guy that comes in 4 years says, that was Trump's promise. I'm going after Google and Apple for the billions of dollars in fines. So this is the problem with Trump promising not to enforce. He would have to not just make a promise not to go after Google and Apple for housing the TikTok app. he would have to make some kind of legally binding commitment to not go after them. Thank you, Annie. I don't know whether such a thing exists. So it's actually the other thing I was going to tell you guys really quick. There was a story out a couple hours ago, which then made me more nervous about what's going on. And it said that it was a story that was like pro TikTok and said, oh, the Trump people say Trump is going to step in and delay the ban. And then it said like ... so long as there's a deal on the table to sell TikTok. And I went, wait a minute, what? What do you mean a deal on the table to sell TikTok? That's the original problem, right? We were hearing Trump was going to try to slow things down. I am hoping that Reuters story is wrong, because the Reuters story could be trouble because there isn't any deal on the table. There's an offer on the table. Mr. Wonderful or the billionaire put an offer on the table. Thank you, Running. And Mr. Beast may have an offer on the table. So there may be two. There's one offer, maybe two on the table. Thank you, Blondie. Trump's people are saying if a deal is on the table makes me think TikTok and the offer are going, hey, we're interested. Let's talk, right? That's not happening from what we know. So I don't know. I mean, the only thing I will say that's good is clearly Trump and Biden both don't want this now. Neither one wants the ban right now. I think the third thing that's going on, which is kind of interesting, 7 offers. Are there really? I did not hear that. Maybe. Thank you, Andras, for the gift. The other interesting thing that's going on here is I wonder if everybody flocking to Red Note, which is this Chinese communist app, hasn't helped a little bit. Now, again, I am not a fan of people going to another Chinese app. I think it's stupid. I just think it's stupid. I'm not going to, I'm about to lose 700,000 followers that I've built up over 4 years. Thank you, Betsy. I'm not going to another Chinese app to build up another 700,000 followers that I'm going to lose. That's not happening. What is interesting, though, is it kind of causes problems with the national security argument, because we're banning TikTok because we're afraid of China's Communist Party, controlling things. And in response, people are leaving TikTok and going to another Chinese Communist Party controlled app, right? That defeats the purpose of banning TikTok. So ironically, everybody going to Red Note, which is the other Chinese app that frankly looks like it's literally under the control of the Communist Party. I mean, crazy banning that's going on there. Apparently the Chinese are starting to freak out because Americans and Westerners are on Red Note communicating with Chinese people who normally aren't allowed to communicate with Westerners. So it's a whole interesting thing. Thank you, Chazak. But ironically, I wonder if all the Westerners going to this Chinese app have made American officials go, we're banning TikTok so that a Chinese app isn't controlling our lives and everyone's leaving to go to a Chinese app. And therefore, it kind of defeats the purpose of banning TikTok. So ironically, that might even help a politician like Biden or Trump say the ban is not having the desired effect. The ban is simply pushing people, and TikTok at least has offices in America. This other company, I don't think, has offices in America. It's literally a Chinese app. Right? It's even more Chinese, so to speak, right? In any case. So that's kind of what's up with TikTok. It's a mess. It's all over the place. Questions about the TikTok stuff. Well, the Chinese people are happy, Mackenzie. The Chinese government isn't happy at all, from what I'm reading, about all the Westerners going over to this Chinese app. The Chinese people probably think it's fascinating. I'm sure they welcome our, you guys coming over there. Sure. So what else? I did see that. Yes, Jonathan. Duolingo says Mandarin Chinese learners have increased by almost 300%. That people are trying to learn Chinese now. I will say, I tried taking one of the Chinese courses on Duolingo. Oh my God, it was hard. Woo! I mean, just from the very beginning, I was like, oh my God, this was hard. TikTok is not saved yet. So we got 72 hours to go. It ain't saved yet. So we're going to see. Thank you, Dr. Ryan, or Dr. Ian. Or Dryan, depending how you say your name. It's what else we got here? What else? Questions, guys? Anybody else? Otherwise, we can move on to the rest of the news, the Ukraine stuff and everything else. People are saying Chinese is hard. D. Ryan. Okay. I keep saying Dr. Ryan. It looked like you were playing a game with Dr. Ryan together. D. Ryan. Okay. I still like Dr. Ryan. It's kind of funny. It is going to go down to the wire, Frank Thomas. It's not clear what's going to go on. I don't know what you're talking about, Ellie, with regards to Metastock in Congress. No idea. Can it be sold to someone before the deadline? Yes, but very difficult. How do you work out a multi-tens of billions of dollars deal in 2 or 3 days? Or let me put it this way. You have to at least have a real negotiation going on where TikTok says, wow, that's an interesting offer, right? And there's a real negotiation. The president could certify that and delay the ban. But otherwise, I think it's going to be very difficult for any. I think it's going to be very difficult under the actual provisions of the ban legislation for the president to delay this. Now, he may do it anyway. Trump may do it. But under the specific language of the legislation, I think it's hard for them to to extend this another 90 days. That's my thought, smiley person. Yes, it's doing this in the next 2 to 3 days. A negotiation to buy something for probably $50 billion. You can't do that in 2 days. Thank you, LR2. Supreme Court might release a decision tomorrow morning. That is true. Having said that, nobody thinks the Supreme Court is coming out on TikTok's side. We don't know until we know. So I'm not going to, there's always a chance the Supreme Court helps TikTok. The arguments were so bad. The oral arguments, oral arguments is what you call it when you go before the Supreme Court and you make your case and the judges are there. That was 2 weeks ago. They went so badly that 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago. When was it? Was it 2 weeks ago? I'm already forgetting. Was it 1 week ago? It's like time is flying in my head here. Whenever it was, a week or two ago, things went so badly. The justices were last week. God, it was only a week. It's so funny. It feels like it was 2 weeks. The justices were so nasty towards TikTok that everyone thinks I'm a lawyer, but everyone else too, who's like a legal expert, thinks the judges are going to come down against TikTok. Thank you, LR2, for that. It's possible. It's possible the Supreme Court surprises us. You never know. But if I were TikTok, I would not count. And if I were any of us, which I am one of you, I am a creator, I would not count on the Supreme Court to save anything. Do I think the TikTok ban will affect politicians? In what sense, Ja? I mean, I will say, I think there is a backlash building. I think, look, the ban, here's sort of the irony of this. It is weird talking about the TikTok ban on TikTok, because TikTok sometimes has a heavy hand with moderation. So I get very nervous discussing these topics on TikTok, which frankly is part of the problem, right? I should not feel in talking about this on TikTok, but I do. So, I forgot what your question was, but your question gave me pause. Oh yeah. How will it affect politicians? It seems that people are getting pissed off, which will affect politicians. I think there's an argument for why people are concerned about TikTok. And frankly, what happened in Romania a few weeks ago is one of the arguments. The Russians appear to have stolen the election for president in Romania using TikTok. And the top court in Romania threw out the election because the Russians stole it. So that's an interesting, there's an argument to be made of why there is some concern here. But a lot of people are pretty pissed off. And clearly politicians on both sides are starting to get a little more worried about how this ban is going to affect them politically. So TikTok is not saved yet. Nope, not yet. What else? Just start looking at the other questions and things here. Microsoft took nearly 2 years to finalize the purchase of Activision. Oh, that's interesting. What else? All right, just look at the comments. Anyway, anything else, guys, or we'll move on? Yep. All right. I'm gonna move on to the other issues, and we can sort of come back to this, at the end of the show. typically I sort of go through the news and then we sort of come back. It's going to affect John, Jason. Oh, it's going to affect me. That's for sure. Yeah. All right. Any social media can be gamed on purpose to do bad things. This is true. I was in a company that did a $175 million deal. It took 6 months. That's the thing. Exactly. And this is clearly a multi-tens of billions of dollar deal. Ambassadors to Hollywood will save TikTok. Not sure what that means, Diana. Trump's people. Yeah. The problem is Trump picked some goofy people. So Trump picked like 3 goofy movie stars. Sylvester Stallone, he's not too goofy. Who were the other 2? Was it Mel Gibson? Or who were the other 2 that Trump picked? They picked like 3 movie stars, but classic sort of Trump and Republicans. Republicans don't have A-list movie stars on their side. They tend to have B-listers. And they picked 3. Mel Gibson. Oh, God, he did not pick Mel Gibson. So Mel Gibson, who's a notorious anti-Semite. I mean, Mel Gibson's crazy. And John Voight. No, Stallone. I like Stallone. Sylvester Stallone's okay. But Mel Gibson and John Voight. Oh, God. Yeah. So Trump picked them as his ambassadors to Hollywood. 3 people who are just, Stallone's okay. But the other 2, Mel Gibson's a virulent anti-Semite, horrible guy. And John Voight is basically like a Twitter troll. Or a TikTok troll. I don't know. I don't know how else to describe sort of his personality. Yeah, and Roseanne, exactly. It's like because Roseanne would have been the only one better than them. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I don't think that's going to help. Stallone, I don't know whether Stallone, I don't know about Stallone. I haven't heard bad things about Stallone, Sylvester Stallone, but Mel Gibson is not liked because he's a rabid anti-Semite, a Jew hater, literally. Google the story about Mel Gibson when he got drunk and pulled over by the cops, and the cop pulled him over because he was driving drunk, and he started accusing the cop, "Are you a Jew? Are you a Jew?" Really horrific comments from him about the police officer. Woo! And John Voight's just kind of nasty. I like John Voight, good actor, but kind of nasty. So, yeah, Tom Cruise would have been but Tom Cruise would probably never work for Trump, Yeah, Stallone, I don't know. I've never heard bad things about Stallone, so I don't know. Yeah, Kevin Sorbo, he's another one. I've never heard bad things about Stallone, though, so I don't know about that. Stallone maybe can pull something off, Yeah, wow. Anyway, yeah, no, I don't think they're going to help because Trump picked people. I don't quite know why he did that. I don't know why he did that. Is he really? I forgot about John Voight is Angelina Jolie's father. I did not remember that. Wow. That's funny. Wow, that's very interesting. Okay, did not realize that. Yeah, Kevin Sorbo. Oh, well. Well. Any case, yeah. No, I doubt they're going to help. All right. Let me see here. Let's move on with some of the Ukraine news. All right. Today is day 1056 of President Putin's 3-day military operation against Ukraine. A Russian drone flew over the presidential palace when British Prime Minister Keir Starmer was meeting with Zelensky in Kyiv today. So the Russians thought it would be cute to basically fly some bombs overhead just to kind of be obnoxious to the Brits. That's the Russians. The Bloomberg. So this was a fascinating story in Bloomberg today. Thank you, Addie, for the gift. Fascinating. Oh, yeah, Danny. Yes, I knew about that about Aaron. Yeah. Fascinating story about Trump and oil sanctions on Russia. This is from Bloomberg, very good news service. Listen to this, okay? Advisors to President-elect Trump are crafting a wide-ranging sanction strategy to facilitate a Russia-Ukraine diplomatic accord in the coming months, while at the same time squeezing Iran and Venezuela. There are 2 main approaches under consideration by the Trump team. One set of policy recommendations, if the incoming administration believes a resolution to the Ukraine war is in sight, involves some good faith measures to benefit sanctioned Russian oil producers that could help seal a peace deal. In other words, one option is for Trump to lift some of the sanctions and use it as an enticement to get Russia to agree to a deal. A second option would build on the current sanctions, ramping up pressure even further to increase leverage. The good news is Trump's advisors are preparing 2 things. One, additional sanctions against Russia if Russia is being bad and doesn't want to negotiate, and how they can lessen sanctions as an incentive to Russia to negotiate. The problem here is I cannot imagine that Trump is ever going to increase sanctions on Russia. I hope I'm wrong, but I have a very hard time believing that. So I think it's interesting. It's interesting that that's sort of what's being discussed. Maybe, but I have a hard time believing it. But interesting. I mean, let me put it this way. Trump's advisors, which by the way, this is actually a good sign from Trump's advisors because that's what they should do. They should say, okay, we're going to prepare for two things. One, do we need to pressure Russia? B, a carrot and stick, basically, right? Do we need to threaten Russia to negotiate? And do we need to give something Russia to woo them to negotiate? Both of those are not bad ideas. But Trump is into wooing Russia. I can't imagine Trump into using a stick against Russia. Who knows? Let's see. Kyiv Independent reports that NATO scrambled Norwegian F-35 fighter jets. Oh, yeah. So basically, NATO scrambled F-35 fighter jets that were based in Poland, or I should Norwegian jets, but I think they might have been based in Poland. I'm not sure. Stationed in Poland to protect Polish territory during a recent Russian attack yesterday. The Russia attacked Ukraine using cruise and ballistic missiles, and there was concern from NATO that the Russian missiles were going to go through Polish territory. Up until now, and it's not clear to me why, but up until now, NATO has been, oops, that was weird. Okay, that was bizarre. Somehow my show just disappeared on Discord. That wasn't very nice. Hello, 1 second. Sorry, the Discord show literally just disappeared. Wow, that was weird. All right, let's go live again. Hey, hold on. That was really weird. It just literally shut down. Discord just shut down. That was the strangest thing. I just watched it kind of go. Okay. All right, that was strange. Discord just shut down on its own. Yeah, it just dropped me, and it didn't just drop me. It ended the show on me. Okay, you guys can hear me on Discord, yes? But it just dropped me. Making sure they can hear me on Discord. That was very strange. That was very strange. I do need glasses. I have reading glasses, but it's kind of 50-50 because if I've got them on, then I can't quite see it. And this becomes a problem with the reading glasses is the reflection. I guess it's not bad if I'm bending down. I don't mind that. But yes, I have reading glasses. So, and I still can't quite see the other thing. So, we're saying, so the F-35. So basically, for the first time, these are computer glasses. That's what they are. For the first time, NATO scrambled F-35 jets to defend Polish territory just in case the Russians crossed into it to attack Ukraine, which is good. Okay, I'll wear my glasses. I can wear them a little bit. As I said, I just don't like it if I look up, although I shouldn't be looking up too much. So for you guys today, this should be okay, at least although God, they're driving me a little crazy because as you go throughout the day and you hang them from your shirt, they get kind of, oily from your hands and they just get to be annoying. Well, that's okay. All right. It's just with this, oh my God, using the big light, I'm going to quit in a second. Using the big light, any kind of thing on the lens gets amplified for my eyes. All right. Anyway, so F-35 jets. Okay, this was another story too. So this is interesting. Zelensky, the Ukrainians have been having an issue with the Slovakians. Slovakia elected a pro-Putin prime minister. And just like Orban in Hungary, this guy's name is Fico, F-I-C-O. And he's, anti-NATO, anti-Europe, pro-Putin, pro-Russia, pro-dictatorship, the usual. And thank you, Annette. Zelensky told Polish journalists today of the conversation he had with Fico, the Slovakian prime minister, who's pro-Putin. Now, keep in mind, this is the guy who there was an assassination attempt on him. I don't know. Was it 5 months ago, something like that, 6 months ago? And they tried to kill him, or three to 6 months ago. And he got injured very badly. Someone shot him. And Zelensky said to him, when he met him, he said, "You were shot at. Why didn't you forgive the guy? Why did you arrest him, the guy who injured you?" Fico has been telling Ukraine, basically, they've been saying, Slovakians, we shouldn't be at war with Russia. The Ukrainians should just forgive them and move on. So Zelensky meets the guy and says, yeah, so the guy that shot you, have you forgiven him yet? Okay, I'm going to go out and come back in if Barbarossa can't hear me. He goes, have you forgiven him yet? Why aren't you forgiving him? What I thought was I thought that was pretty damn good of Zelensky. Again, he's not thrilled with Fico, which I don't blame him. Hold on, reconnecting here. All right. Oops. Come on. I'm trying to. There we go. All right. My sound should be on for Discord is the best you're going to get. Sorry, but since it was off for somebody, I wanted to at least try. All right. Anyway, so that is it. There isn't a ton of news today other than our little TikTok story. So actually, I'm going to exactly pro-Putin, oligarchic jerk. I'm going to sit back, give my back a break again for my wonderful pinched nerve, although my pinched nerve is certainly doing better. So that's good. Anyway, ooh la 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 la. Oof. Anyway, so how are we doing tonight, guys? So yes, TikTok, kind of a mess. Don't know what's going on. I mean, I know what's going on, but I don't think anybody knows what's going on. Vlad, he's okay, but he must be really busy because I messaged him a couple days ago. I hadn't heard back. So, I mean, he's okay. He's just crazy busy. So, but anyway, yes. So, what do you want to talk about? I'm bummed about the ban too. Well, as I've told everybody on TikTok, do go over and follow me on YouTube just to be safe. My YouTube handle is, I think it's still at the top of the screen there, John Aravosis DC. So go to YouTube and follow me because it ain't clear. I'm going to be around on Sunday. I'm going to try, but it's not clear. Biden and Trump might be able to save things. I hope they do. But if they don't, he's going to be YouTube. But also you can go to my profile on TikTok. Yep. Manda got it right. Manda just put up my YouTube link, my name that is. But also you can go to my profile on TikTok, look at the Linktree link. It says linktree.com or some name. I forget the URL. Click that and it'll give you all of my social media stuff. On most sites, I'm Aravosis, just like I am on TikTok. On YouTube, it's John Aravosis DC because YouTube was being evil and wouldn't let me just put my last name. I forgot to watch Biden last night. Was it any good? What else? TikTok was good to us. TikTok's been good. Well, TikTok has been evil to us too, but I still would like TikTok to survive, Wavical. Hey, what if Jay Stewart would run for president? Who is Jay Stewart? Kind of like Zelensky. Now that the U.S. has elected a number of TV people, Reagan and Trump. Jon Stewart. Oh, Jon Stewart, you mean? The thing is, Jon Stewart has gotten kind of weird. Well, there was a great guy. Jon Stewart, anybody who doesn't know, is an American comedian, political commentator, and very smart guy, very good. He got a little weird 10 years ago by kind of criticizing both parties a bit, which got people on the left pissed off. And he kind of had been doing it again lately, going after Biden, which was pissing people off. So I don't know. I don't know. He's very smart. That's an interesting question. I never thought about that. He's very smart. I don't know whether he's likable enough to be president. Then Bernie Sanders, I don't think was very likable and people liked him, but that's a funny question. Yeah. Oh, well, the funny part is Jon Stewart likes to say he's a comedian. I'm just a comedian. He's not just a comedian. He's in his own little way, almost a political act. I mean, he's certainly a political commentator. And he would always say, I'm just a comedian. You're like, dude, you're not just a comedian. I mean, yeah, you are, but you're not. You're running a political news commentary show, clearly. That's interesting. Thank you for that, by the way. But that's an interesting question. Yeah, that is very interesting. I didn't realize we can do like thumbs up on things. Can we? I'm trying to. Oh, it's not letting me do the thumbs up. I can hit it with a heart, though, whatever that does. I gave it a heart, at least. What else we got? Yeah, he was certainly an activist for, was he doing the 9/11 rescue worker stuff with the lung disease? I think he was. Yeah, exactly what Jetta just said. Yep. What else we got? Yeah, I would think he would go crazy as a politician. It would drive him crazy, Jon Stewart. Is there any chance of the U.S. creating a legitimate third party? No. Not the way our system works. I mean, the problem is the third party would do what they always do. The third party would take away from whoever they're closest to. So if the third party, well, it depends. I mean, the third party in when was it? 1992, I think it was. Ross Perot helped elect Bill Clinton because he took votes away from George Bush, if I'm getting my year correctly. The third party in the year 2000 took votes away from Al Gore and helped George Bush get elected. So it depends. They tend not to accomplish anything other than getting somebody elected who isn't them. Jill Stein's insane. Yeah, she's horrific. No, she's not insane. She's not insane at all. She's just a horrific person. I think she's a grifter personally, but she just wants attention. Because you notice how Jill Stein, by the way, where is Jill Stein? Jill Stein runs as like the Green Party or something. You notice how you haven't heard from her since the election? She always disappears for 4 years. And then when the election comes up, oh, Democrats bad, Democrats bad. And then she takes a couple percent of the vote away from Democrats and then disappears again for 4 years. She's like the groundhog or something. No, she's like the 4-year cicada, you know? Actually, I did get my vaccines today. Funny you say that. I got my COVID and my flu vaccine today. So anyway, but yeah, she totally disappeared though. I mean, hilarious. Yeah, you just don't hear from her anymore. Surprise, right? Really just unbelievable. Anyway, what else we got, guys? So we hang, we talk. This is the part we hang, we talk. I got the Pfizer vaccine. NBC News posted something new about TikTok. Let me see if I can see anything here. I shall look and see. It's hard to tell because Elon screwed up TikTok so that it used to be like chronological order. And now you get stories from a day ago and you're like, yeah, that's not really helpful when, I'm trying to like find out the news from the last couple minutes, There's an interesting story flying around today of a progressive workers on Capitol Hill working in the US Congress. The like liberal workers group or whatever wrote to members of Congress and urged them to change the schedule to a 32-hour work week, which is causing a big uproar with people. Which is, I think, my nephew's on board. I'm not. I mean, having said that, speaking of Norway, thank you for the gift, Norway. I have a Greek friend who's a lawyer in Norway, and he works a 6-hour day from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. No, it should be 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and he's done. Now, I would love that. But I think government employees asking for it is insane. I think that's just a little insane. Because they want the same pay. Yeah. All right, let me just look here. I'm trying to see. Yep, no new TikTok news here. I'd have to Google. Yeah, nothing here. I can Google and see if there's anything TikTok news here, but I don't think so. I don't think so. But yes, I was really jealous. I was like, oh my God, 9 to 3 every day. Oh my God. Like, I would love to do that. Well, I mean, working in a, yes, there is no news. There's no news. No. Nope. Just doing one more look here. Nope. Oh, that's interesting. Variety. Let me see here. On Thursday, the White House indicated that it won't move to enforce the law's January 19th deadline. Okay, interesting. Wait a minute. On Thursday, that's today, the White House indicated that it won't move to enforce the law's January 19th deadline, which is one day before Trump is to be inaugurated. Our position on this has been clear. TikTok should continue to operate under American ownership. Given the timing of when it goes into effect over a holiday weekend, a day before the inauguration, it will be up to the next administration to implement, a Biden administration official said. If the January 19th enforcement date is not halted by the Supreme Court or through some other means, TikTok plans to shut down the app for U.S. users on Sunday. All right, that is a punt You know what? I'm going to do a video when I'm done. That's utter bullshit from Biden. That is utter, if this story is correct, that is utter typical bullshit from Biden. He's trying to cut the baby in half again. He's doing what he did on Ukraine and what he did on every other issue. It looks like now the Biden people are saying Biden said he was going to try to stop the ban from happening. Remember, his staff yesterday said there will not be a ban on Sunday. Now he's saying he's not going to enforce the ban on Sunday. What the fuck does that mean? The hell does that mean, right? Knowing full well that TikTok is going to be kicked off the App Store on Sunday and TikTok is going to close down in the US on Sunday unless this thing is postponed, right? I mean, do something or don't do something. And Biden does have the ability to do something. He could do the certification anyway, even though he'd be lying. He could do the certification. But they claimed for a day now. Again, this could be bad reporting. I don't know. But having said that, God, does this not sound like Biden, right? I'm going to do something. I'm not going to do something. I'm going to do something. I'm not going to do something. Let's do halfway. I'm not going to actually do anything to postpone the ban, but I'm not going to enforce the ban. As I told you, not enforcing the ban does absolutely nothing. This is in Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone just said a White House official, and a White House official, I think, is who they quoted saying this, which means that's not nothing. Let me see here again. Let me see here. Oh, they got it from ABC News. On Thursday, a White House official, so this is from ABC News. That's where they got it from. Yep. So ABC, an hour ago, the Biden administration doesn't plan to take action that forces TikTok to immediately go dark for U.S. users. TikTok could still proactively shut itself, but the Biden administration is now signaling it won't enforce the law that goes into effect one day before the president leaves office. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know what that means. The law gives the Justice Department the power to pursue fines of up to $5,000 per user. Yeah, here's the problem. Listen to what ABC just said, what I've been telling you. So even if President Biden or President-elect Trump say they won't enforce the ban, tech companies will still be liable as long as TikTok is owned by ByteDance. That's the problem, is the law gives the Justice Department the ability to go at, in other words, it's like saying on Sunday you're going to commit a bank robbery, right? And I tell you, don't you worry, I'm the police. On Sunday, the day you're planning on committing a bank robbery, I promise I won't come after you on Sunday for the bank robbery. Okay, what about Monday, right? You can't indict me on Monday for the bank. You can't come arrest me on Monday for the bank robbery. Telling Google and Apple, we're not going to come after you on Sunday for billions of dollars in fines if you don't kick TikTok off of your app store on Sunday. Okay, but then you could do it on Monday. Am I explaining this well? This is insane. This is absolutely, that's what I'm saying. This is Biden bullshit. This is absolute Biden cut the baby in half bullshit. This is King Solomon all over again. This is all King Solomon knew what he was doing. This is, King Solomon was a little bit different story from, you get my King Solomon point though. This is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But now, okay, let me read. Now I will say this too. Now, okay. I shouldn't be so mean about it. As I said, it's not clear under the law what options Biden has, because the ability to delay the ban 90 days. ABC summarizes it. Let me read you the ABC summary rather than the law itself, because the law itself might be a little complicated. Listen to this. The law states that the president can grant a one-time extension, delaying the ban for up to 90 days under 3 very specific conditions. TikTok must show it is on a path to executing a divestiture, a sale, from its Chinese owner. There must be evidence of significant progress towards a sale, and that progress must be sealed with relevant binding legal agreements. That's the problem is. There is no way that anybody's offer to TikTok has met these conditions for delaying the 90 days. Having said that, Biden's people came out and told NBC last night, there is no way that TikTok's going to be banned under Joe Biden. Well, bullshit. Now they're saying it will be. So bullshit as far as that goes. That kind of ticks me off a little bit. Again, he may not have any other options, but you know what? Then don't go to the freaking press and say, quote unquote, under Joe Biden, TikTok will not be banned on Sunday when, yeah, apparently now it will be. Then you don't go to the press and say that. Well, okay, Chopper says, must all three conditions be met? Under the law, yes. That doesn't mean they have to be met. Biden could just certify anyway and lie. He shouldn't lie, but he could. And Trump could just certify anyway and lie and say, yeah, I certify, Trump especially. Yeah, there's a deal. Oh yeah, best deal ever. These story, it depends. That story was from ABC News. Depends which story. That's ABC. Last night was NBC, where a Biden administration official said, under Biden, there will not be a TikTok ban on Sunday. So it depends which story. But those were two of the big seminal stories. This one with ABC now and the NBC last night. Well, that's great. The president, exactly. Good luck coming after the president for a crime. The Supreme Court says he can do whatever he wants. Anyway, yeah, thank you, Carrie. Oh, now I got to do another TikTok video. I know, boy, Luigi. Yeah, Luigi's not in the news anymore. Nor are the drones, by the way. Notice how the drones suddenly became like, la, la, la. The aliens don't care anymore. Like Nixon. Right? No more drones. La, la, la. Alexa, lower the temperature 1 degree. A little warm here now. Anyway, oh my God. Ay. So what else, guys? Yeah, I don't want to do another video. Every time I do a TikTok video, it's like, yay, oh my God, yay, oh my God. And now we're back to, oh my God, again. The move has been moving fast. Yeah. I still think we're going to, Johnny 5, I don't even know what that is. Ash. What else, guys? Well, fires were real. Yeah, Mr. Beast offered to buy TikTok. I was not sure. I was not aware of who this Mr. Beast guy was. I'm hearing bad things about him now. I sort of Googled his videos and I was like, whatever, but not hearing good things about him now. It's getting banned currently, yes. Currently, TikTok is, okay, as of right now, TikTok is getting banned from the App Store on Sunday. Yes, because as of right now, it meets the conditions for the ban. It is, owned more than 20% by a company, in China or whatever, however you want to define it. And it is not in the process of being sold. So it will be kicked out of the app stores on Sunday. And TikTok is suggesting, at least, we don't know for sure, that they may just shut down entirely, which is not very nice for Americans on Sunday completely. So, Supreme Court, it is possible that we'll hear from the Supreme Court tomorrow morning. No decision yet. The problem is, I listened to the oral arguments. Pretty much every other lawyer that listened to the oral arguments thought the Supreme Court hated TikTok and loved the government. Not hated TikTok and the government, but basically sided overwhelmingly with the government's argument and was not agreeing with TikTok at all. I would not be surprised if this is 7-2 or even 9-0 against TikTok. But pretty much every legal expert you read will tell you they think TikTok is going to get screwed by the Supreme Court. So, what did you think when you listened? Since you are a digital lawyer, because I'm seeing some people on TikTok saying, "Oh, I thought it went well," and I was like, "You thought it went well?" Like it did not. Although I will say, TikTok's lawyer, I wasn't thrilled with either to some degree, but my energy level is always through the roof. This is just me. This is what you get. Well, they poked the government lawyer because they were required. I thought the government lawyer wasn't very good either, actually. I listened the whole time. Yeah, we went live and listened. I had a live going on and had it going in the background. Yeah. The government lawyer, they poked, but not much. And I didn't think the government lawyer was very good at all, actually. But I thought TikTok's lawyer was okay. Interesting. I'm fascinated that people have any other opinion, because I listened to that and was like, oh my God. And again, the conventional wisdom, at least in the media, from the media lawyers, is that TikTok is toast. But you know what? Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I hope it comes out differently, but it's possible they come up with something else. I don't know what they would do. I mean, well, I guess what they could do, I mean, they could throw the law back they could throw the case to a lower court and stay the law. For example, they could say, well, the law is sort of stayed, like an injunction against the law. We're not going to let it go into effect pending the case going to a lower court. So it's possible they could do something like that. So too funny. Sorry, I'm like laughing. People are still talking about that 32-hour work week. They could, no, exactly, Wilson. They could issue a stay and punt. That's possible. If Elon takes over TikTok, TikTok's dead. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that would be an absolute disaster. Just looking. Oh, yeah. So what, oh, wait, what happened with Elon? Did he land some other rocket or something? Oh, he landed another one of those rockets on the pad. Those are pretty cool. Man, that is pretty cool. I don't like him, but I'm watching that thing land. That is pretty cool. Oh, it actually landed in a thing holding it up. Oh, wow. That's pretty neat. Like the vacuum cleaners. That's pretty wild. It does look totally fake. It looks totally AI generated or something like sci-fi movie, like a bad sci-fi movie. That's wild. Wow. That is pretty cool, actually. I was just gonna say, right, Elon didn't do it as people did. Exactly, Dawn. Exactly. Hi. Oh man. No, I mean, I'm telling you, I sometimes feel a little better, and then I sometimes feel like yikes. And I'm feeling a little more yikesy tonight. Well, I saw something else blew up today. I thought though that video looks like it didn't blow up. Did something else of Elon's blow up today? Wow. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Some woman is on TikTok, on Twitter, defending the Tiananmen Square massacre. Oh my. Oh my. Yeah, she sounds nice. She sounds nice. That's great. Hold on. I have to like tweet this. Oops, I'm trying to type. I can't type from a distance. All right. How do you spell Tiananmen well? Is it Tinan? Is it all single N's or two N's? Let me look. Make sure I get this correctly or correct. Tiananmen. I think it's Tianan. Oh, I did it right. Tiananmen. Okay. Well, no, two N's, but separately. I mean, it's N and N. Yeah, that's what I meant. Wow. She sounds nice. She sounds swell. You were booted off Twitter. What did you do? What did you do? Wow. Oh, the main ship blew up. Oh, okay. So that was the booster. Okay, different then, I guess. Okay. Okay, that's a little different. All right. Little different there. All right. Oh, there's the picture of it breaking up. Okay, that's a little different. That's a little different. Now I'm looking at the video of it breaking up. Pretty. Stars. Okay. Every time I see pictures like that, though, it reminds me of like the Challenger and stuff. It's really weird looking at pictures like that. Yeah, I know. I will not call it X. It's Twitter. Yeah, nothing else. Nothing else on TikTok that I'm finding here. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, guys, I mean, I just I don't know. I don't know. I really am not sure what ability they have to save this at this point. I don't know, but I keep going back and forth from they're gonna do something to there's nothing they can do. Um, that's funny. Phones that have TikTok app on them. Well, I'm getting a new phone tomorrow, so if the phone does show up tomorrow, I'll have my app. um, I did switch over to T-Mobile. I'm attempting their internet. If it doesn't work, I'm going to return it. But T-Mobile apparently has cell tower internet. But I'm in some 5G ultra location. But I'm told it depends house to house how it works. They claim it's going to be crazy fast. Let's see. I hope it is because it's even cheaper than my other internet. $50 a month, which would be amazing. But let's see. So it comes tomorrow, assuming I'm here to sign the thing. It comes tomorrow with my phone. So when I get the new phone, I'll have the TikTok app as well. So Elon is not out for free speech. Elon has been banning people left and right. Yeah. And your internet's terrible. But is that using the tower? Not using a cable. You mean Blue Ariel? Yeah, I'll let you know. I mean, again, it's like a 2 or 3 week period using the tower. Okay, yeah, that's what we're going to see. I was reading all the reviews for it online, and it is literally house by house. It could work great for you and bad for your neighbor, and it can also come and go as well. So I'm a little nervous. We'll see. We'll see. Now T-Mobile is now using Starlink for like areas that are in the middle of nowhere. So that's not going to, Washington, D.C. is not the middle of nowhere. So I doubt they'll be using their Starlink here. Shows 5G Ultra, but nope. And are you somewhere big, Blue Ariel, if you can say? TikTok, we've been talking a lot about TikTok. I mean, basically, the ban is still on. The ban is still on. Your tower, good, bad, good, bad. Oh, so it comes and goes. Yeah, that's what I'm a little worried about too. Yeah, that's what I'm a little worried about. Hey, Miss Grant. Denver suburbs. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Well, let's see, guys. I'm going to try it. If it works well, that's great. If it doesn't work well, what do you do? I'm just going to return it and stick with my Verizon, with my Xfinity internet, which is $30 more expensive. But what do you do? Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's okay. The problem is too, in 2 years, the price goes up on mine. It's the typical bullshit from Verizon, but I guess I could always look at changing again, or not Verizon, Xfinity. Oh, hey, LJ, shout out given. Appreciate that. So yes, we'll see. But the phone service should be okay because my neighbors have T-Mobile and they all say it works really well. So that's good and much cheaper, which is good. So you are very welcome. And you followed me. Thank you. But yeah, I've got Verizon right now, but it's ridiculously expensive. So not doing that. I don't know about the .gov plan. I don't know what that is. Yeah, find a Chinese-owned internet. There you go, Morales. Yeah, is there any Chinese-owned internet service I can have? It's free. Woo! No strings attached. Woo! That's very funny. Oh, thank you, Chazak, for the dragon. Appreciate that. Anyway, yes, so we shall see. Thank you, John S. I mean, I hope it's good. I don't know. I hope it's good. Scottish blog publisher indictment? What happened there? What's that about? Scottish blog? Get out. Well, with TikTok, I mean, the issue is that the argument is that TikTok is owned by a Chinese company and that China is a communist dictatorship. China has exerted control over its companies before because it's a dictatorship, and that if the Chinese Communist Party wanted to use TikTok to try to throw the American election by, showing you stories, even fake stories, trying to basically using their algorithm to show you propaganda and doing it in a way to make you think something's happening that isn't true. And that basically they don't want China to be able to do that, so they ban the app unless TikTok sells and isn't owned by a Chinese company. So that's the overall argument. You know, it is a little weird being on an app that's owned by Chinese. Having said that, most of us don't do things on TikTok that are like, you know, TikTok isn't like you're text messaging on your phone. You're not sexting on TikTok, right? You know, you're hopefully not having weird conversations in private messages that you wouldn't want to go public. I'm certainly not, right? So that's sort of the thing. I'm not sure what you're talking. Oh, tax case. Interesting. Hold on. Publisher of Scottish Law, one of the most experienced U.S. Supreme Court lawyers in the country, was indicted in Maryland federal court on charges he schemed to evade paying taxes for years and used funds to covering gambling debts. Oh my God. Ultra high stakes poker player. Oh, interesting. Between 2016 and 2022, he carried out a scheme to evade the assessment of taxes, file false tax returns, and failed to pay his obligations when they were due. Allegedly used millions of dollars in funds from the boutique law firm to cover gambling debts. Wow. Willfully failed to pay his 2016, 17, 19, 20, and 21 taxes when due, despite spending millions of dollars in personal expenses. His unpaid income taxes allegedly totaled more than $5 million. Wow. Okay, that's pretty bad. Oh, well, I'm not feeling sorry for him. I worry about my taxes and I try to get them right. And I worry. Like, I have no sympathy for people that outright try to cheat on their taxes. I do not. One of the people behind SCOTUS blog, which is a very good Supreme Court watching website, but he's also apparently one of like the top lawyers that goes before the Supreme Court. And he was according to the indictment, he's a huge tax cheat. But again, it's the indictment. We don't know that it's true, but it sounds very bad. It sounds very bad. So Mr. Beast is supposedly he put out a video saying that he had met with some billionaires and is making an offer on TikTok. Whether that's true, is it a publicity stunt? Maybe, right? I don't know. Maybe. Nope, they don't care. Raggedy Android. Supreme Court does not care that all the Americans flocked to the other Chinese app. They don't care. Supreme Court is supposed to look at just the law. Hopefully they look at just the law, but they look at the law. They don't care. You know, they just don't care. No, that people are going to the other app. I mean, you know, now also because it happened too late, you know, had you argued, one interesting point was to argue that the law doesn't really achieve its goal, because if you're trying to stop people from being at risk under a communist Chinese controlled app, having them leave and go to another communist Chinese controlled app defeats the purpose. So you could use that argument to say this law doesn't even achieve the goals it's trying to achieve, right? But that's not going to affect the Supreme Court. No. Yeah, I mean that's pretty bad though, that guy with the tax thing. Although again, if it's true, well, the only thing, Dr. Yai, is you don't have complete freedom of speech in any country. You don't. Right? I can't defame you. I cannot accuse you of things publicly that I know are not true, or you'd sue me. So one does not have full freedom of speech. The other thing is TikTok is a Chinese company. They're not American, right? I mean, or, you know, ByteDance, the company that owns them, isn't American. I mean, the rights might be different. They're arguing this is national security, you know, and actually it's not even, I mean, I would argue if I was, and I think the government did not make this story. Look, I don't want TikTok to be banned because I'd like to stay here because this is important to me. But one of the arguments that I didn't hear the government lawyer make is they should have said, you know, this is not about free speech. TikTok can take a photograph of all the content on TikTok today. Okay. TikTok currently, under the legislation, TikTok will be banned on Sunday because it is owned by a company that is, you know, in China, blah, blah, blah. And it has not met the requirements to be sold. Take a snapshot of TikTok, of all the videos on TikTok today. Ban TikTok on Sunday, and let's say that Monday somebody buys TikTok, an American buys TikTok, and the deal goes through and it's done. That American on Monday could show all the videos on TikTok that are on TikTok today, could show them on Monday, and he would meet the law and not be banned because he's an American and not Chinese. In other words, if I were the government, I would have said this has nothing to do with content, right? The content is the same on TikTok today as it is on Monday. If the owner changes, the law says you're okay. The law says the content can be exactly the same today and have it be banned, and on Monday and have it not be banned. So it's not content at all. So anyway, the argument they would make is say it's not an impingement on freedom of speech because it's not affecting your speech. They're concerned about an owner from a country that is not a friend of the United States. Again, they didn't really make these arguments very well. I thought the government lawyer, I thought she was pretty bad. But if I were the government lawyer, that's the argument I would have made. Having said that, I don't want TikTok to close down. So, but I thought she was pretty bad, the government lawyer. I didn't think TikTok's lawyer was great either, Yeah, we're always the product though. I mean, well, we're always the product. Thank you, LWD. Although also, I do this for a living. By the way, thank you for the gifts. I do this for a living, so I get something out of it. I am the product. I am helping TikTok do their business, but TikTok is also paying me with the gifts you guys give me. TikTok gives me a certain amount of money for each video I put up. If the videos do well, this kind of stuff. So, it's in principle, there's a symbiotic relationship between some creators or even creators that don't make money, right? You're getting your voice out there. I mean, you're getting it for free. You're able to use their software for free. I mean, right? There's an argument that they're using you, but you're using them as well because you can broadcast to the world and it's fun and it's also entertaining and you're not paying for it. It's almost like television that you don't pay for, right? So, if it goes away, will I be exclusively on YouTube? Yeah, I'm going to continue on YouTube. I will continue on Discord. I may start doing Twitch again just for fun. I tried Instagram, but there just weren't enough people on Instagram, really. I think YouTube is going to be it. I may try to beam to some of the other places anyway. But YouTube, your time has come. YouTubers, unite. You have nothing to lose but your chains. You may beat the TikTokers finally. But yeah, I'm going to keep being on YouTube. As Blue Ariel just posted, that's my YouTube handle. So go check it out. I mean, Instagram we can see, but literally 5 or 10 people isn't really worth it. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm just, like I said, I'm very worried. YouTube does need to be better though. YouTube doesn't give enough money is the problem. Like I'm still kind of screwed because 80% of my income comes from TikTok. I'd say 80%. It's bad. I mean, it's like my income's gone if TikTok goes dark. So we're going to have to see what I don't know what I'm going to do. Because YouTube just doesn't pay at all. Oh, thank you, Philip or Phil. I appreciate that. So it does not look okay for TikTok right now. No. Currently Biden or Trump would have to postpone the ban. It's not clear under the law that they can. That's the problem as things currently stand. Congress would have to repeal the law. Congress was bipartisan in supporting the ban. Now they're starting to change a little bit because Trump changed his mind. Whether Republicans in Congress change their mind too, we'll see. But Trump has a lot of power with changing people's minds, and Republicans. Biden's changing his mind. Schumer even said, Senator Schumer, who's the top Democrat in the Senate, said he wants to postpone the ban. That's very interesting. So I wonder if Congress couldn't come back in session and basically postpone the ban in some way. After you post enough videos. Yeah. I mean, Annette, we'll see. I mean, this video goes every day on TikTok, on YouTube. My show every night records on YouTube as well. I was posting shorts, but the shorts were earning nothing. And the shorts weren't getting a lot of viewership either. I was saying, I post videos on TikTok and, some of my videos from the last few days are getting 500,000 views. My videos on YouTube get 1,000 views. It's yeah. Schumer did vote for the ban originally. Yep, yep. Thanks, LWD. You know, yeah. I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I've got my Substack, which I am doing more now. Will I go back to shorts over there? I'm going to have to see if I can make it work, but YouTube just isn't much money. I mean, I'm going to have to push people hard to subscribe, and I will. Although we've got a good number of subscribers over on YouTube today, I can see. I mean, I can tell just looking the green. There is much more green than usual over at YouTube today. All the green people are the subscribers, so thank you guys. Also, more gifts coming in, like from Wavical and others. So that was very nice. You know, the oh, that's right. I forgot there's a super chat goal. We'll have to try that next time. But I'm gonna have to push people more to be subscribers and everything else. Best place to subscribe. Thank you, Pam Pam. The easiest is probably YouTube. Because otherwise it would be Discord or Ko-fi. I mean, Discord and Ko-fi take less of the money. Discord and Ko-fi are a little more confusing. Thank you, LWD. And, during the week, Discord has fewer people on it. YouTube has 130 people right now. TikTok has 3 times that number, but I mean, YouTube takes 30% that I don't love, but at least with YouTube, there's a little bit more of a community. So I think it would be more interesting to be there with everybody. So I almost would say probably go to YouTube, if most of the TikTok subscribers, Solek was asking, if most of the TikTok subscribers move to YouTube, I would get a lot more money. YouTube takes 30%. TikTok takes 50% of the subscriptions. TikTok also takes, I think, maybe 60%. No, they take 55 or 60% of the subscriptions, I think. So TikTok takes a crazy amount of the subscription money, and half of the gifts. YouTube takes 30%. So YouTube, I would get a good amount more money. So yes. We're going to have to rebuild. I mean, I would say, it's hopefully, well, if I can get people to move over to YouTube and subscribe. Yeah. I mean, again, my concern is come Sunday, a lot of people don't know where to find me, but we'll see. Now it's possible. It is a bad deal, but what do you do? But at the same time, TikTok is most of my income. So TikTok gives you a bad deal, but TikTok does give you more money in the long run. Thank you, LWD. Oh, very nice one. Thank you for that. Happy New Year. That's a very nice gift. Thank you for that. But so TikTok takes too much, but TikTok still gives you more because there's just more money and more people. Already subscribed. Thank you, Eileen. Appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Road, for the cat scratch, and Raggedy as well. Yeah, so what I'm thinking. Oh, thank you, Ned, over on YouTube, and thank you, Hedge, for the cat. More cat gifts. A lot of cats today. I'm almost thinking before Sunday, to be safe, whether I should I don't know what to do. I guess I already have a video up there. Thank you, Flower Lady. I already have my link tree there too. Maybe I just leave the link tree link. People click and they see my other socials. I know the Galaxy one is a really nice one. Thank you, Miss Patty. Appreciate that. Yes, thank you, Jenny. I mean, the YouTube crowd, it's just a different scene. YouTube is mellower. TikTok, because we also get a lot of the crazies, but there's also more people. It's like, wow, No, well, let's see. I'm hoping the thank you, Alex, for the gift. I'm hoping my profile stays live. For all I know, TikTok could kill their servers and all my content disappears while they're gone, which would also kind of suck. You know what I mean? Because it means the money stops and everything else. This is very bad. This is very bad. I know Saturday's subscribe-a-thon. That's true. Yeah. Well, we're going to still remember Saturday morning. We're still going to have Saturday morning show for the subscribers, for the paid subscribers. TikTok, YouTube, Discord. I will be on all 3 services Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern time US. So join us. Last one I'm doing on TikTok if it gets banned. Do I know the user numbers on YouTube versus TikTok? Yes, but depending what you mean. You mean the number of people watching the show or what? I mean, I get more people, it depends too, how many, but I get at least probably, certainly 3 times the number of people watching my lives, but sometimes a lot more. Sometimes, 5 times, 6 times on TikTok than YouTube. Also, my regular videos that I do throughout the day, my news updates on TikTok, I can get 500,000 people on TikTok. I've got 1,000 on YouTube. So YouTube just doesn't, promote the stuff as much. And the money is way better on TikTok as well. I would say the money is similar though. The money is similar. Like 500,000 on YouTube. Yeah, it probably is similar money, but good luck getting 1,000 people on YouTube or 500,000. The Discord link, Colin, you should be able to get it in my profile on TikTok. Go to my profile, look at the Linktree link on TikTok. Click the Linktree link, and then the page that comes up has all of my links. If you're on a phone, you've got to look for Discord and hold that link down with your finger and keep holding it down. Something will pop up that says accept invite, and then click that. If you just click the Discord link with your phone, it's not going to work. If you're on a computer, you could just click the Discord link and you'll be fine. Discord is a chat community. I don't know how else to describe it. It's sort of there's a bunch of like bulletin boards. It's very hard to describe. It's kind of like a bunch of bulletin boards, and a number of us hang out there. I need to hang out there more, which I will now, especially. But I'm going to be doing the nightly shows, which I am this show. I'm broadcasting. We just have a couple people tonight, but still good to see you, Barbarossa and Annette. But it's sort of I sort of use it as the centralized place that we can hang out. The Washington Post dropping their motto. No, not for real. Are they? Are you joking? Are you saying that as a joke, Clem, or no? It kind of is like an old messaging board in a way. Yeah. Yeah. I hope you're joking, Clem, but the Washington Post, that would be just sick if they're dropping their motto. Democracy dies in darkness. Never mind. Never mind. It's real? No. Oh, that's insane. That is absolutely insane. Wow. Oh, the Washington Post motto was democracy dies in darkness. I guess now they're in favor of darkness. So, wow. So this is the Starship exploding. Hang on. I'm watching a video of, oh God. Wow. I hate watching this stuff though, because it reminds me of the Challenger stuff. It's so creepy, watching spaceships explode and stuff. Little creepy. Oops, close that. Yikes. All right. Nothing else here. Okay. Oh, I love the little dinosaur, LWD. Thank you. Or the dragon. I call him a dinosaur. Thank you for that. That was very cool. Thank you. I like to think of it as a dinosaur. That was very cool. Thank you for that. All right. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. There's no other news popping up here. No. What do they do? Destroy it, probably. Sorry, friend. I'm like checking out what friends are posting on Twitter. Wow. Somebody went into a convenience store in downtown DC and just destroyed the ATM to get money out of it. But I mean, literally, like, DC is a little bit of a scary place. Little scary place. Okay. Yep. No other news here. All right. Well, I'm posing because I've seen some bizarre attempts to defend Mao. Again, having to defend. Thank you, Kathy, for that. What is this guy having to explain the Tiananmen Square massacre or Mao? This is funny. People are trying to defend Mao. Oh, God. Oh, the umbrella. Thank you, LWD. That one makes me crack up. That makes me crack up. Oh, wow. Okay, very interesting. All right. Anyway, guys. All right, I'm going to get going. Thank you for joining us. We've been an hour and a half. That's our usual. We hang out with the show. Thank you all for being here today. We're going to pull this up. There we are. There you all are. Cherry cobbler. I know I need to make a little more. I've got my my cherry whatever it is, cherry crumble. I do need to make a little bit more. The 14th Amendment does not stop the ban on TikTok. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Sorry, I'm zero idea on that one. But I may be a lawyer, but I'm not a constitutional lawyer, so I don't claim to know all of that necessarily. Thank you, Al. All right, guys, have a good night. I will see you all again tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being supporters. I mean, just being here, supporters, just showing up, which I really appreciate. So, all right, Discord, I'm hanging up on you first. I always forget to hang up on Discord, which is always kind of funny. All right, Discord gone. YouTube, see you next. TikTok, you're next. All right, YouTube, boom. And then TikTok,